Here's another example. So as you can see, we have another composite figure here, and we have to find the area of the entire figure. So again, step one is to determine which shapes makes up our composite figure. So as you can see, I can already see a trapezoid up here and a rectangle down here. So what I'm going to do is, again, before you even determine the type of shapes that we do have in our composite figures, you have to be able to identify parallelograms, triangles, trapezoids, rectangles, squares. Because if you don't know what the figures are and is not able to name them, you won't be able to use the correct formula to find our composite area. So again, trapezoids have only one pair of sides that are parallel. So that's how I know this is a trapezoid. So these two sides are parallel, and these two are not. So only one pair of opposite sides that are parallel. So once I break up the figure into the two shapes that I do see here, again, I have a rectangle down here and a trapezoid. I'm gonna start with my easier figure to go ahead and start my rectangle. So again, you know what? Even though it's not drawn to scale, it's actually a square, right? 7 and 7. So let me start with the square. Don't mind my drawing that's not to scale. I'm saying it's a rectangle just by looking at my the base and the height. It's the same length, right? So it's 7 times 7, which is 49 square meters. That's my first shape. So I know this is 49. And then up top, I have a trapezoid. Again, if you want to write down the formula, you can use length times width or base times height for squares. So the trapezoid, I have base 1, base 2, and the height I'm going to have to determine. So base 1, even though it's not written up here, I should be able to tell, since in our square also opposite sides are the same length. So this should also be 7 meters. So I know my base 1 and base 2. So you have to be able to really connect your dots to figure out the missing side length. So don't be afraid to draw this on your paper and do this along with me, so that way you can pause the video, try to figure it out on your own before I get to my final answer. So base 1 is 5, base 2 is 7, because this opposite side is 7. That's how I figured out the length of this side. So it's 5 plus 7. Now to determine my height. I know from here to here is 7. And from here to all the way up here is 10. So which means from here to here is also 10, right? So if I know the length from the bottom to the top is 10, and I know this piece right here is 7 meters, all I have to do is do a little mental math and figure out which number plus 7 gives me 10, and I'm able to do a little subtraction. 10 minus 7 is 3. So from here to here, my height is 3. So that's the height of your trapezoid, right? This side is 7 meters, 3 meters. 7 plus 3 gives you 10. So 3 is my height, and I have to divide by 2. My formula is base 1 plus base 2. 5 plus 7 is 12. Times that by the height, which is the second step, and finally divide by 2. 12 times 3 gives me 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18, and it is 18 square meters. Again, I'm not done because my figure is made up of a square and a trapezoid. Initially, we thought it was a rectangle, but forgive my drawing skills. So let's now find the area of the entire figure. Area of the composite figure. To find that, I have to add 49 and 18. This is 18. Okay. 9 plus 8 is 17. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 7. So it's 67 square meters. That is the area of the entire figure.